Insights, practical truths for successful living with Carl Summer.
In writing Stone Soup, I wanted to teach children the importance of sharing and friendship. Here were 3 soldiers who had faithfully protected the villages, but upon seeing the soldiers, the selfish villagers ran into their houses and hid. 2 of the soldiers complained about the selfish villagers, but John, one of the soldiers, instead of joining in the complaint, said, "Let's help the villagers learn that sharing brings happiness." Most children come into the world wanting the world to spin around their axis. Babies are helpless, and they need lots of attention. However, as the babies grow, parents need to teach them that every time they want something, they will not necessarily get what they want. It's an important lesson to learn. Spoiled children lead unhappy lives. Once they enter school and later in the workplace, they will soon discover that one cannot always have one's way. Take for an example of children playing with a toy, and the younger child grabs the toy from the older child. Parents need to instruct that child that they shouldn't do that. But what do some parents do? They say, "That's the baby. Let the baby have it." What happens to the older child? The older child begins to resent the baby. On the other hand, it's important to stress the concept of sharing. To many children, it's mine, mine, mine. They don't want to share. Just like the selfish villagers when they saw the 3 soldiers coming. This problem is not only with children, but also with adults. Those who share and help others are much happier than those who are only interested in helping themselves. John was someone who wanted to help others. When he saw what the selfish villagers did, he wanted to help them. He told his friends, "Selfish people are unhappy. They're miserable. Let's see if we can help the villagers learn that sharing brings happiness." His friends laughed at him, but since they had nothing to lose, each soldier went to the brook and got a stone. First John got a pot from one neighbor and some wood from another. Eventually the neighbors began to contribute to this impossible soup made from stones. In the end, the stone soup was a great success. Why? The neighbors learned to share. From that day on, the villagers became so happy and friendly and giving that people everywhere wanted to be like them. The villagers built a monument in the town square to celebrate Stone Soup Day, so they and their children would always remember that sharing brings happiness. Parents, teach your children that sharing brings happiness. What's one of the best ways to instill this sharing spirit into your children? One of the best ways is to model this behavior. When you're driving your car and someone's trying to enter into your lane, wave the car in. Let your children see you being courteous when driving. Sometimes when I see something on a highway and cars are driving around it, I'll pull over to the side, and after making sure it's not dangerous, I'll remove the object to the side of the road. One day I was thrilled when I drove by to see my son doing the same. Yes, you're right. It's not my job. But there's nothing wrong in trying to help others. Teach your children to be givers and not takers. It is true. It is more blessed to give than to receive. If you see people in need, do something to help them. Then notice how you feel. And the same thing to have a happy marriage. Be a giver. Be a sharer. Make others happy. And let your children see you doing this here. Remember, a happy marriage makes a happy family life. It's one of the best gifts you can give your children. A happy home life where everyone shares and is interested in helping others.